Hello again, everyone. Today we're back again to take a look at another MRE. However, this time we've got a civilian MRE. It's from the XMRE company. Bought it off of Amazon. I haven't had one of these before, so I figured we'd sort of share it together. It is menu number 3 from their 1300 calorie line. One thing I'm not so appreciative, I guess, is that they have pretty much all the contents written on the outer bag. Now, most of you might say, well, that's kind of silly. Why would you care? Well, I like these things to be a little bit of a mystery. I never look them up. I just open them. But as you can see, it's beef stew. There should be a cracker, grape jelly, lemon lime beverage powder, oatmeal chocolate chunk cookie, and nut raisin mix, and a beverage bag, accessory kit, and heater. So, the mystery's gone. But anyway, let's go ahead and open her up, and let's see how the civilian MRE stacks up to, say, our military ones that we've been looking at. Well, the peelable seal is a bit tough. Okay, well, when at first the peelable seal doesn't succeed, just cut the darn bag open. Alright. So here we have our lemon lime flavored beverage based powder. Nut raisin mix, packaged by the XMRE. Of course, you can kind of see the XMRE packaging, and then, obviously these pretty much are the ones that you get in an MRE, standard military MRE. Pilot bread cracker. Whoo, hard as a rock and vacuum sealed. That's awesome. Be interesting to see that. Oatmeal chocolate chunk cookie. Here is our beef stew packet. Pretty good portion in there, I would say. Hot beverage bag. Grape jelly. And FRH. Heating sleeve. And then our accessory pack, which we'll get into just in a few moments. But first, let's go ahead and start our entree here. Our Flameless Ration heater. Get that warming up. Okay. Gotta pinch the heater there. There we go. And we'll just move it above the line and add water in between the fill lines. Spill it all over the workbench. And go ahead and lay it flat for just a few so that the heating elements engage. And I guess I didn't really go through this yet, but this is from 2016. So it is a nice, fresh XMRE, probably about as fresh as I've ever eaten on this channel. Ouch! And that is off like a rocket. Whew. Whew. Yeah, buddy, that's an energetic one. I like that. So after I bump the camera and readjust there, I'm going to go ahead and set this up against a rock or something, just so that it can start to heat up for us. Okie dokie. Got our trusty tray, and let's start peeking into what we have. Got some nut raisin mix here. I'm gonna try and get a few of the XMRE options out first, just so that we can see what we got. Let's see, what does this say it even has? Sunflower seeds, peanuts, unsalted, roasted, dried black raisins, whole almonds. Okay, so sunflower seeds, almonds, and peanuts, and raisins. A little different than the MRE version. You would get peanuts and almonds and raisins and cashews, I think. Or no, walnuts. A lot of sunflower seeds in there, mostly sunflower seeds, like maybe 4 almonds. But hey, that's okay. I don't mind sunflower seeds at all. Let's look at this somewhat interesting pilot bread cracker. That does have a tear notch. There we go. Get the little hiss there. Alright. Interesting. Huh. Kind of like a cross between a cracker and a wheat snack bread. Ooh. Those might be really interesting to eat. I'm going to put a little bit of grape jelly on one of them. And this is pretty much like the grape jelly you'd get in a military grade MRE. Oh. Get some of that smeared on there. There we go. Good consistency jelly. I mean, there shouldn't be any sort of worry about any of the consistency in this. I mean, my God, it was it was literally from this year. So we've got our oatmeal chocolate chunk cookie, and as per the norm, these are pretty crumbly. And I just noticed this here. So although this was packaged, and let me see, drop the package here, but where did I see that at? Okay, so it has a XMRE lot. I don't know if you can see that very well, but we have a date code of 291st day of 2016 on there. On here we've got the 97th day of 2015. So some of these ingredients might be a little bit older. I don't see date codes on the XMRE branded stuff. So that might be newer, and some of these other components might be just thrown in. Beverage based powder doesn't look like it has one either. So anyway, just something interesting there. But anyway, still very fresh, obviously. I'm not worried about it. Go ahead and open our accessory pack here. We've got a spoon. This is pretty basically just like the MRE spoon, if not the same thing as the MRE spoon. Interesting crimping technique there. Anyway, we've got a fresh nap, wet nap, deep rich instant coffee, 2 sugars. Oh, buddy. Yes, sir. Pepper and salt. This is something that I think that the military, I think a lot of people would appreciate a little bit of pepper. That's awesome. Good job, XMRE. And some Coffee Mate coffee creamer. And a napkin. Yeah, pretty nice napkin. It's okay. It's better than the MRE toilet paper. I'm sure most of you can agree with that. Okie dokie. Let's go ahead and make our drinks here real quick. We'll start out with our lemon lime beverage based powder. And as always, these are usually meant to only be done in a 12 ounce or half a canteen cup of water. I water mine down. I don't apologize for that. Yeah, there we go. Turning a nice shade of green. Good smell to it, though. And, I've made the point a few times of saying how these beverage-based powders, the normal beverage-based powders, don't dissolve very well. This one actually dissolves pretty darn well. And I was told by one of the viewers that the tube powders contain artificial sweeteners, so that's why they dissolve better. I haven't really checked into that, but that sounds probable. I need to look at one of those packets because I always enjoy those, and I feel slighted a little bit because I enjoy them. If they have artificial sweetener, it's like, no, artificial sweetener. But anyway, just as a side thought, this did mix together really well. So, you know, I don't know if it's just because it's newer or what. You know, it just has regular sugar in it. Anyway, this one dissolved very nicely, so tip the cap to the lemon lime. Okay, so let's also make our little coffee here. Take a little bit of the instant coffee with us. Get a little bit more water on the workbench. And they do give us 2 sugars. They're kind of conjoined at the hip here. I wonder if I'll figure it out later. I don't really want 2 sugars. Generally, I only want 1, if even that. I mean, if it's good coffee, I have no real call for sugar. But I like to add it here because it's just instant coffee. Let's tip our instant coffee in. Not just instant coffee, it's deep and rich. And this is more of a finer granulation than the MRE stuff. Definitely finer granules. Just an observation there. Good smell though. And we'll get our coffee mate creamer. Oh, and you know, just drop my spoon and I'm sure you all love the editing of these videos, seeing as I don't do any editing. No jump cuts when I make a mistake, drop a spoon. What did I drop earlier? Oh, the bag. I was trying to look at. Realism. Definitely good smell of this coffee, but it's certainly, even with the creamer, a little bit darker than the MRE coffee. I don't know what that means, but sure it means something to somebody. Anyway, let's go ahead and start chowing down a little bit here while our beef stew is kind of heating up, and still got some good heat in there. Still got some good heat. Well, yeah, let's make sure that that's done. So let's grab a handful of sunflower seeds, which is essentially unavoidable. Not very many peanuts in here either. Get a nice little. I dropped my peanut. There we go. There's a good handful right there. Let's try it out. Not too bad. Raisins are nice and sweet. Almonds are good. I like almonds. That's my favorite nut. Peanuts are fine. Sunflower seeds are sunflower seeds. They're not bad. Yeah, not a bad little nut raisin mix. Just nice little, excuse me, protein boost there from that. Let's move on to this rather curious cracker. Ooh. So it does have some firmness to it. Definitely not wheat snack bread. Certainly not as hardtack as MRE crackers are, but certainly does break apart. Good crunch. Wow. I like those. I don't know exactly how to describe the flavor. It's better than MRE crackers, let me put it to you that way. Let's try it with some jelly. Yeah, jelly's good too. Unfortunately, I kind of shoved that whole thing in my mouth, so I need to do a little bit of chewing here. We'll take a little bit of lemon lime here. Wash it down. That's good. Very good. I'll tell you what. Another observation about the cracker. They are not as dry as MRE crackers. For those of you who've had MRE crackers, you'll notice that they're very dry. Those aren't as dry. Let's try a little bit of our crumbly cookie. That's good as well. Nice and fresh, very crumbly, very good. Get a little bit of our coffee to wash it down. I like that brand better. Yeah, I like the deep, rich brand a little bit better. It gives you a little bit more coffee flavor. I don't know. It's not, you know, award-winning, but it's better than the MRE stuff. I'll tell you that much. So anyway, while the getting's good, let's go ahead and grab our beef stew here and see what our beef stew is like in comparison to the MRE one. If you look on the channel or in the MRE playlist, which I usually post a link to in all the descriptions, you'll find beef stew. I have already eaten and reviewed the beef stew from the military grade MRE vantage point. So it'll be interesting to see if this is similar, if it's the same thing, so on and so forth. I will say, however, the military ones gave me a little bit of pepper sauce or hot sauce or whatever brand that was. Just saying, XMRE, I appreciate the pepper, but I could sure use a little bit of that hot sauce. And I didn't bring down my bottle either, so... I forgot my bottle. Okay. Definitely see some good chunks. Chunks of goodness in there. Smells good. Seems to be a little bit more saucy, I guess, than the MRE version. Nothing wrong with that, just saying. Cool. See some carrots and some peas and potatoes, meat obviously. Good little mix. Let's try it out. Yeah, it's very good. Very good. Try another little bite here. Very, very much comfort food. I will say though, unlike the military MRE, this one could use a little bit of salt and some pepper. And these bags actually do separate. Unlike the sugar packets. Try and get a little pepper on there. A little salt. I have it. Might as well use it. Alright. Try it now. Probably could have used about half the amount of salt, but still very good. I want to try it with a little bit of this cracker. That's nice. Tell you what. Even if I didn't like any of the rest of this stuff, pilot crackers were good. I'll remember those. But anyway, guys, appreciate you stopping by to look at an XMRE, a civilian MRE, the beef stew version of that, menu number 3. And I appreciate you frequenting the channel, taking a look at all the videos. Take a look at the MRE playlist that has all my MREs in it. I always post that in the description. And as always, continue your likes, comments, and subscribe to the channel so we can continue to get bigger and bigger. Alright guys, appreciate you stopping by. Have a great day.